Tapper, Ocasio, so aggressive.
It's week 4, moving day.
Athletes Unlimited on Fox Sports. Every moment counts.
Awesome stuff. Today's game presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. And folks, the weekend's not over yet. Not here in Rosemont, Illinois. Mondays are oh so important. We've got points. We've got next week's captains. That is on the line. Tonight, first of 2 games, we've got Team Ocasio taking on Team Osterman. Hello, everyone. So glad you could join us, finishing off your week here in Rosemont, Illinois. With my partner, 2-time Olympian Danielle Laurie. I am Eric Collins. Now, I love Saturdays. I think Sundays are even better, but Mondays are my favorite day of the week with Athletes Unlimited. This is the day when everything changes and we decide what's going to happen next week.
Exactly. If you want to be in that top 4, if you want to be a captain, today's the last day to make a push to really get up there. So look for all 4 of the teams playing today to bring the best selves, to give them their best chance going into their last weekend in week 5.
Super unique is Athletes Unlimited Softball. This is the 2nd year of its existence. 60 of the best players in the world divided each Tuesday with a special draft into 4 different teams by the 4 captains. When it's all said and done, after next week, week 5, we will crown 1 individual champion. And the way we find that champion is with this innovative scoring system that Danielle's going to tell you more about.
This is the Geico leaderboard. You see Amanda Chittister. She is still in that #1 spot. Alicia Ocasio, 2-way player. We've seen her hit and pitch. It's been awesome to see Savannah Jaquish as well as Aaliyah Andrews.
Well, Alicia Ocasio, one of the captains, and she is a weapon because of what she can do with a bat, with her glove, and in the circle as a pitcher.
Yes, she's just been so consistent. Really mixes pitches. Has that good changeup, but most importantly, one of the best fielding pitchers out of them all. Climbs that ladder and goes upstairs. And when you can have your own back, when you step in the batter's box, it's a pretty cool feeling.
Well, Gwen Svekis has been swinging a heavy bat all season long. She had a couple of home runs yesterday. She now has 4 homers on the season, and she's been really special so far this season. This is her 2nd go-round with Athletes Unlimited.
Well, and she's doing a great job working with Alicia Ocasio. See her hitting cleanup there. Love seeing her hit a couple home runs. She's just been that leader behind the dish and a lot of fun to watch week after week.
Here's the batting order for Team Ocasio, brought to you by Geico. Amanda Lorenz has had a big weekend. She's out in left field. Kelsey Stewart, the 2nd sacker. Erica Piancastelli, Gwen Svekis in the cleanup spot. Amanda Sanchez, Ocasio, Lily Piper at first base. Janie Reed, the Olympian, out at center field. And the slick fielding, Sis Bates, is the shortstop hitting 9th. Let's take a look at Team Osterman. Kat will not get the start today. Instead, she goes with the left-hander Taylor Mcquillen. Mcquillen throwing to Deja Mulipola. Infield of Sarton Vaughn flipping left side. Harshman Gano right side with Nichols, Hayward, and Whaddle in the outfield from left to right. Now Taylor Mcquillen has really been good this year. It's been fun to watch her progress. After struggling last year, she has been a totally different pitcher in 2021.
Yes, she has been rock solid. A lot of tools. Throws that curveball coming from the left side. Has an amazing back door that you will see her throw into those lefties and can change speeds really well.
McQuillan 3-1 on the year. This is now her 4th start, her 7th appearance. 24-year-old from Mission Viejo, California. She's got 20 strikeouts in 20 innings of work. Currently 22nd out of 60 players on the leaderboard, but that can change with a big performance tonight. Interesting to note that Kat Osterman, the captain, choosing not to start herself. If Kat had been the starting pitcher, she would have had more of an opportunity to pick up a bunch of points, which could have possibly gotten her into the top 4 and allowed her to be a captain for next week's games. I'm not sure if she's going to have the capability of getting enough points to become a captain with her not starting the game in the circle.
It's not that Kat has thrown bad. I just think the hitting is elevated a lot more this year. They've done a really good job of just having healthy at-bats off of Kat and really made her work.
Popped up. It's going to stay in the infield. Gano makes the play, and Lorenz is retired.
But that doesn't mean you won't see her. Any sight of trouble with Taylor Mcquillen, you know Kat will be warming up and getting ready to go in.
Amanda Lorenz, the leadoff batter, is giving Words of encouragement to Erica Piancastelli. This is Kelsey Stewart. Stewart has really figured it out. She's hitting close to 400 on the year. 394 is the batting average with power. She's got 3 homers. Currently 8th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Swats this one into the gap, right center field. Gonna be extra bases. Oh, I think she missed first base. We'll see if anyone saw it. Stewart on at second with a double. We shall see if it holds up. I'd bet dimes to donuts, folks, that she missed first base.
Good piece of hitting. Streak continues for Kelsey Stewart. They might have got the inside corner.
So it's a double for Stewart. Give her 20 points. And she's in scoring position with 1 out. Here's Piancastelli. She takes upstairs, ball 1. Piancastelli, 290 batter, just 2 homers. She had 9 homers last year. One thing Piancastelli has been patient. 8 walks so far. 8 walks in 11 games. Ball and 2 strikes to Piancastelli. Played collegiately at McNeese State. Another foul ball off the bat of Piancastelli. Now, Taylor Mcquillen, when she was a high school player, she was considered to be the best of the best. Mcquillen was the 2014 National Player of the Year. There's actually 2 players on the field right now who were National High School Players of the Year. You got Taylor Mcquillen, Mission Viejo, California. And then a couple of years later, Bubba Nichols. Nichols out in left field. She's from Merced, California. And wow, that hit Piancastelli. And that's gotta hurt. There's Bubba Nichols. Nichols, the #1 recruit in the country after her senior year in high school. She chose to go to UCLA. Mcquillen chose to go to Arizona.
This curveball. This cuts a little too much. That hurts.
So after getting Lorenz to pop up to begin the game, Stewart the double and Piancastelli hit with a pitch. It's a painful way to get 8 points for Piancastelli.
Gwen Svekis swinging a hot bat right now. 2 home runs in the game yesterday. MVP won 60 points.
Popped up. It's going to be another chance for Gano. Oh, the wind drops it. And they're going to be out at third. Yes. Wow. No, safe. Sarton Vaughn was off the bag. There was a sure out at second base, but they chose to get the force at third. And now the safe call is going to be challenged.
Well, and on the slide, the way that Sarton Vaughn came off the base, it looked like her foot just brisked the base.
My question is, why wasn't there an infield fly rule called? Runners on at first and at second, less than 2 outs. Ball stayed on the infield. Looked like it should be a catchable ball. I would have thought infield fly rule would be called. Now, Sarton Vaughn, yeah, that looks pretty clear that she was still on the bag, and she's got the ball. Kat Osterman is the captain, and she's got a captain's challenge. Oh, this is interesting. They called infield fly rule. When that happens, the batter's automatically out, and both runners can move at their own risk. But because the batter was considered out, there was no longer the force at third. They would have had to tag Kelsey Stewart when she came to the bag, and because Sarton Vaughn was on the bag and didn't tag her, that's why Stewart is safe. All right, that makes sense. So there are now 2 outs, and you got runners on at second and third. Stewart at third, Piancastelli at second. Here's Amanda Sanchez.
Go, go.
Hits this one to center field, hits it well. Hayward back, looks up, it's gone! A homer! A 3-run blast, Amanda Sanchez! Great start for Team Ocasio.
She just absolutely hammers this curveball right down the heart of the plate, takes it just straight center. Obviously, these two have history, played with Mexico together, know each other well. Cool moment for Amanda Sanchez.
That's going to be a tricky day to be a fly ball pitcher with the wind whipping the way that it is. We've already seen one pop-up misplayed because of the wind, and that ball got up in the air and the wind took it over the fence. And Kat Osterman, the captain for Team Osterman, is already getting loose in the pen.
Check it off. We'll get it back. We'll get it back.
Here's the captain for Team Ocasio, Alicia. Second out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Ocasio has 6 hits and 21 at bats. Had a triple in Saturday's game. Mcquillen strikes out Ocasio, and the side is retired. But Team Ocasio, 3 runs, 1 swing of the bat. Amanda Sanchez doing work.
Yes, Amanda Sanchez stepping up, big moment, making a statement in the top of the first inning. 3-0, Team Ocasio.
Really cool gear associated with Athletes Unlimited. If you'd like to get some, head to auprosports.com to get your Athletes Unlimited gear. Don't forget to follow on social as well at AU Pro Sports for exclusive inside content. Let's take a look at the lineup card for Team Osterman. It's brought to you by Geico. Victoria Hayward, Hannah Flippen, Kelsey Harshman, 1, 2, and 3. Mulipola, Nichols, and Edwards. Gano, Sarton Vaughn, and Kayla Whaddle got her first professional hit yesterday. Whaddle hits in the 9th spot. Defensively, Ocasio going to throw to Gwen Svekis, veteran matchup there. Sanchez, Bates, left side of the infield. Stewart, Piper on the right, with Lorenz, Reed, and Jackson in the outfield. And let's talk a little bit about Alicia Ocasio, making start number 7 for her.
Yes, Ocasio has been as consistent as can be. The one thing that I will say going into today is just those later on innings, 3rd time through the lineup, she's gotten herself at times into a little bit of trouble, but she's just been spot on with that changeup, hits great spots, and has been a rock for her team.
Victoria Hayward, 2 balls, no strikes. Hayward, 257 batter. 9 hits and 35 at bats. Tied for the league lead in steals with 5. Ocasio coming into this game with the most stat points of anyone in the league. And it's not even close. Into left field, sinking, caught! Amanda Lorenz! Wonderful play by Lorenz. I've liked what I've seen out of Lorenz out in left field this year.
One Gator picking up another Gator. I thought for sure this was gonna drop. And Amanda Lorenz just in time.
So one down. Next in line, Hannah Flippen. Quality strike one to Flippen. Flippen looking to make some moves on that leaderboard. Currently 31st out of 60 players. That'll make it through. Just under the glove of Sis Bates. One out single for Flippen. 8th hit of the year for Hannah Flippen.
Second baseman, number 33, Kelsey Harshman.
Here's Kelsey Harshman. Bronze medalist, Team Canada. We've seen Harshman play a lot of second base, a lot of first base here at Athletes Unlimited this summer. Two good strikes by Ocasio. Now this is an important start for Ocasio because she's currently second on the leaderboard to Amanda Chittister. But you can score more points theoretically as a pitcher than you can as a hitter. So Ocasio with a big game today. Even if Chittister has a big game, the advantage would go to Ocasio being the #1 captain heading into the final week's games.
On how those points are broken down, Alicia Ocasio is going to get 4 points for every single out that she records. If you give up those earned runs, it's -10 for every earned run. And then on top of that, she steps into the batter's box and can gain points for herself as well.
Yeah, right there, that's 4 points for Ocasio. Every time you get a batter, get out. 4 points for the pitcher. So Harshman is retired, 2 down. Flippen remains on at first, and now the catcher, Deja Mulipola, will bat.
She only has a fastball and a curveball. That's all she throws.
Mulipola currently 11th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. She's got 2 homers in 11 games, both homers coming in the same game. Ball and 2 strikes.
Climbs the ladder on Mulipola, and that's what makes Ocasio so good. She can go up, she can go down, she throws that off speed down in the zone, has that off speed curve.
There goes Flippen down to second. And Hannah is tagged out. Great throw by Svekis, nice tag by Sis Bates, and the side is retired. So that is a wash of an inning for Flippen. She got 10 points for the single. She gives it right back, losing 10 when she's thrown out trying to steal.
Just an absolute bullet by Gwen Svekis, just in time.
We've already seen 2 long balls this game. Who do you think is next?
I'm waiting for Deja to break through. I'm ready for her to, have that one shot that opens up the can for her. Oh, no. Deja just hit her home run. What the heck? I called that one.
That's one of the really cool moments this year. Taryn Alvello, a mystic, a sage. Well, you can see more moments like that by joining the Unlimited Club. Paid tiers receive behind-the-scenes access. You can join the players in voting for game MVPs and our end-of-the-season awards. You'll receive the latest news and updates, stream digital games, and more. Visit auprosports.com to learn more and make your Geico Unlimited pick to unlock content from your favorite player. Lily Piper batting against Taylor Mcquillen here in the second inning. Team Ocasio won that first inning, so every member of Team Ocasio already with 10 points. captain for Team Ocasio, Alicia Ocasio, already with 22 points. An inning win, and she got 3 outs as the pitcher. So the walk is issued to Piper. First walk allowed by Mcquillen.
Three-one count. We just have to bring something a little bit more tight. I mean, kind of falling off the line a little bit, drifting too much.
Janie Reed lays down a bunt. Safe at first. Reed can really run, and she beats it out. So 2 aboard with nobody out in the second inning for Team Ocasio.
I mean, triple threat all the way, so much speed. Sack, obviously, but she's able to leg it out based on her speed. And that's how you do it, and that's why Janie Reed is so effective, can drop the bunt. We've seen her hit.
Here's Sis Bates, just like Janie Reed before her. She can handle the bat. All-time hits leader in the history of Washington Huskies softball.
Where's that third, Grove? That stuff on the base is third.
Bunt laid down. Sarton Vaughn goes to third and makes the play. Oh, a gutsy play by Sarton Vaughn. Hannah Flippin was exactly where she was supposed to be. So Bates can't get the sacrifice down. That's the first out of the inning. So Reed is on at second. Bates follows her at first. And we're back to the top of the order and Amanda Lorenz. Is stunned when I look at her batting average. It says 270. Seems like Lorenz is hitting the ball as hard, if not harder, than anyone in the field this year. I'm surprised it's not 370 instead of the 270. Good scoop by the catcher. Well, everyone kind of involved here in this. The pitcher, the catcher, and the hitter grew up together. They all played travel ball together. Mcquillen, Mulipola, and Lorenz. The Orange County Batbusters. Renowned, famed travel program.
Let's go on.
2-2. Called strike 3. That's the pitch that Mcquillen needed. So there are now 2 outs. What looked like a promising rally for Ocasio slowed down here.
And I think this just caught Amanda Lorenz completely off guard. That's a great spot by Taylor Mcquillen. Curveball just breaking away.
Kelsey Stewart doubled and scored an inning ago.
Come on, 22, get out of this jam.
With that hit in the first inning, Kelsey Stewart has now got the batting average up to 400.
You gotta get out of this jam.
She began the day 8th on the leaderboard. She's got an outside chance to make it into the top 4. Keeps thumping the ball, wins a lot of innings, some MVP votes. Ball and 2 strikes. Tied her up inside. Oh, we've already seen the wind is going to be a factor tonight. Get it up in the air and anything can happen. Little looper into left field. Bubba Nichols runs it down. Good job by Nichols. Got a great jump and corrals it, and the side's retired. So the first two reach, but neither can score here in the second inning for Team Ocasio. When we come back, Deja Mulipola with a batter. Welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the second inning. We've got inning points on the line. Team Ocasio threatened, but did not score in their half of the second. So if Team Osterman can score a run, they will win the inning, and everyone on the roster gets 10 inning points. Last inning ended when Hannah Flippin was thrown out trying to steal second. Deja Mulipola was the batter, so she's now back in the right-handed batter's box to begin our second. Oh! Only happens to the great ones. Is there a particular pitch that it happens to pitchers on?
No, but it happens a lot more than people think. And for some reason, we as pitchers get really embarrassed about it. And I don't know why. It's just part of the game. She wore that well. I liked it. Was getting the fans involved.
She comes right back and pours a strike over. Ball and a strike.
At times, I've seen it when it's really, really hot. And your hands, if you can tend to sweat a little bit. It's not wicked hot today, but just kind of brisked the side of her leg and lost it.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Alicia Ocasio, more than any other pitcher I've ever seen, is really meticulous with her rosin bag. She keeps it in the exact same spot. It is always on that white circle that she's pitching in.
And it's funny that you say that. Like, pitchers tend to have these little things that they like to continue to keep doing, whether they think they'll jinx themselves if they don't.
Called strike 3, so it's working for Ocasio.
But I've noticed that from the beginning. She likes to put it out there on the line. Every athlete has some type of a superstition, whether it's putting their one sock on before the other pitchers, rosin on the line.
I've put my right shoe on before my left for the last probably 45 years. Just throwing it out there. What about you? Superstitions for you? You said everyone has one. You gotta have one.
Back in the day.
I just divulged, come on.
College, I used to I carried a block of wood around in my softball bag to knock on wood, because I would like say things to myself in like the 3rd inning, like, oh, the second time to the lineup, they're gonna crush me, and I would have to go and like knock on the wood.
Oh, I like that.
But
here's Bubba Nichols. Madeline Nichols. But she's always been Bubba in the softball world. Her second week in market, 40th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Athletes Unlimited Softball on Fox Sports is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. When Bubba Nichols was a high school senior, Merced, California, Jenny Finch, great Jenny Finch, came to one of her practices, and everyone's, oh my goodness, this is huge. Well, the reason she came, she surprised Bubba Nichols by announcing that she was the National High School Player of the Year. So you meet Jenny Finch, she comes to your practice, and you find out you're the National High School Player of the Year all in one day.
and then you try to not fangirl the fact that you just received this award from Jenny Finch, one of the best to do it.
Many options for Bubba Nichols. She was unhittable as a pitcher in high school, also clearly hit and put up numbers. And Ocasio walks Nichols. First walk allowed by Ocasio, a one-out base runner. Yeah, we're here on Jenny Finch Way. Jenny Finch, actually, when this franchise became to be, when this building first opened up, she was a member of the team that played here, the Chicago Bandits. Finch was a great two-way player. Everyone thinks of her as a pitcher, 6-foot right-hander, and she was, nails, one of the all-time greats. But she was a fabulous hitter. She had power. She could hit it from alley to alley. She could run when she got on the bases. And she worked. I think people just see Jenny Finch and say, all right, you know, I'm sure she was gifted, 6 feet tall, and she could hump it up there 70 miles an hour. But she was a dirt dog. She was out there on dusty fields working and working and working. And that's what I remember most.
And that's why she is who she is. And Kelly Kretschmann and I are really good friends, and we have that history of playing against each other with USA and Canada. And you know, we were out for dinner last night talking about Jenny Finch and just like the sacrifice and the grind. And
fly ball, medium deep right field, and Jasmine Jackson runs it down. 2 outs.
It's just special when you have players like that. Like Kelly was talking about her 2004 USA team that won that gold medal, and just the work that they put in. I was in awe sitting on the other end of the table just listening to US and their grind to win that gold medal. Like there will be no team better than that 2004 Athens gold medal team. But to hear the work and feel like we worked hard for the 2020 Olympics, it was just a really cool thing to hear. That it doesn't matter how good you are, when you're at the highest stage, you're still required to put in as much work possible to be the best. And the U.S. has continued to keep doing that.
Courtney Gano is the batter, 1 ball and 1 strike. With that last fly ball out to Jasmine Jackson, that has just put Alicia Ocasio past Amanda Chittister on the leaderboard. So as we speak, and things are going to change throughout the course of the evening, Alicia Ocasio is now first out of 60 players on the leaderboard. She would be captain number 1 for tomorrow's draft. Still a lot of game to be played. Ball and 2 strikes to Gano. Gano stays alive. Ocasio thought she had struck out.
This did not miss by much. Screwball, really pretty spot.
Softly on the ground. Scooped up by Piper. And she chooses to tag Gano, and the side is retired. So, no blood for either side in the second inning. We'll have a rollover third when we come back to Rosemont. Welcome back, everyone. Taking a look at Deja Mulipola, the catcher for Team Osterman. In partnership with Guaranteed Rate, our players were asked to talk about self-belief, a time of reflection and how it affected their career. Here is Deja Mulipola.
I was always seen as a smaller catcher. I wasn't always the biggest, the strongest, or the fastest, but I was determined to work and be a catcher and prove everyone wrong. So I feel like my whole entire career has been based upon maybe being an underdog, not always in the spotlight, somebody who's overlooked. So throughout my whole entire career, it's kind of been that whole theme, and I'm constantly working to kind of not necessarily prove everyone wrong, but just prove the people who believe in me right.
That's a common theme. Believe in yourself. Great stuff. Erica Piancastelli went too far. First pitch thrown by Taylor Mcquillen here in the third inning. It'll be Piancastelli, Svekis, and Sanchez batting here in the third. Piancastelli was hit with a pitch her first time up. Got 8 points and a bruise. California native, played collegiately in Louisiana and internationally for Italy. Three balls and 2 strikes to begin our third inning. No one scored in the second, so we've got a rollover third. 20 points are on the line. Whichever side outscores the other here in the third inning, everyone will get 20 points. And the leadoff walk. That's the second consecutive inning that Mcquillen has walked the leadoff batter for Team Ocasio.
This was Gwen Svekis yesterday. Her first at bat off Taryn. Just a solo shot. And then she comes up. The big 3-run blast, dead center. Hammers it.
Well, how important is this ball game for Team Ocasio and Team Osterman? Well, both sides making moves early in the ball game. We're going to have a pitching change. Kat says, you know what? I'm coming in right now. This game is hanging in the balance. We need to win some innings. And so the 38-year-old left-hander, in her final go-around as a pro, she's going to call herself into the ball game with a runner on at first and nobody out here in the third inning.
Well, and why not, right? Like we know the importance of her wanting to be a captain. We've really only ever seen her being a captain, so it would be a little crazy going into the last week where we're ever going to get to see her play and her not be one and not be in control of her own destiny for sure. Drop ball pitcher, low 60s. Really looking for her to come in today and be able to find that strike zone. I think yesterday she got pinched a lot. And if she's not able to locate that backdoor curve or drop ball for a strike, it's hard, right? Because she can't blow you away with the velocity. It's her spin that makes her so great, and she can't find the strike zone. It's tough not only for Kat, but for any pitcher.
Now, Team Osterman, they've had a difficult weekend. They've lost 2 games, and in those 2 games, they've won a grand total of 1 inning. So 10 inning points in 2 games for everyone on Team Osterman. They need to start making some hay. That's why Kat calls herself into the game. She'll face a good friend in Gwen Svekis. Svekis swinging that good bat, 2 homers yesterday. She and Deja Mulipola, the only 2 Athletes Unlimited players with 2 homers in a game this season.
And Amanda Lorenz. Just throwing that out there. Off Kat.
You're right. Both of them coming off of Kat. You complete me. Good job. All right, Svekis, double play candidate. Hits the ball hard. Kat can keep it on the infield. This could be a twin kill. More than likely, Piancastelli will not be running. This is going to be station-to-station softball here in the third. There's the first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Best to ever come out of Katy, Texas. Catherine Kat Osterman. Kat was the youngest player on the 2004 Team USA Olympic team, the only college player. And that was a team that featured Jenny Finch and Lisa Fernandez, Stacy Newman, Natasha Watley. Many people consider to be the greatest
It was.
Team USA Olympic team.
It was.
Into right field, hit well, going back on it. Whaddle can't make the play! Svekis is right behind Piancastelli, and she has to stop at second. Svekis almost caught Piancastelli and stops at second. So second and third with nobody out.
It's a backdoor curveball. Gwen Svekis, great hitting. Kayla Whaddle, I think that's a ball you got to be able to catch. Would have been a good one, but I know the wind's blowing around.
All right, the infield has to come in all the way around. Amanda Sanchez. Big day for Sanchez. She's celebrating her birthday. She's 25 years of age today. She's already celebrated by hitting a homer. That was back in the first inning. A 3-run shot. And that was off of Taylor Mcquillen. If she hits another home run here, she's got MVP 1 left locked up. For Sanchez, that's her second homer of the year. 2-1. Nobody out. The runner on at third belongs to Taylor Mcquillen. She walked Bianca Stelli to begin the inning. Svekis hits the double off of Osterman. Out of play.
This was first inning. Oh, happy birthday to me. Just a little cupcake right over the heart of the plate. Amanda Sanchez. Were they the Squirtles? Was that them? Did she get tossed a Squirtle there at home plate?
That was the Joker mask.
Oh, the Joker.
Yeah.
Joker. Each week, every team will have some type of a theme. Make it a fun week of practice. Team Ocasio is a Joker, so you are right.
Called strike 3. Sanchez knew it.
This is a backdoor curve. What an angle. Looks like it's going to hit her and tails back in for a strike. Dirty pitch.
Here's the other captain. This is captain versus captain. Osterman throwing to Ocasio. 20 inning points on the line. Ocasio's already put up numbers in the circle. Her adjusted point total has elevated her, at least for now, into first place on the leaderboard. Bouncing ball. And Gano, smart play. She's going to run down the line and tap Ocasio for the second out.
Just rolls over this. Solid defense by Courtney Gano.
So, back-to-back outs with runners at second and third. It'll leave it up to Lily Piper. And softball, you can get momentum defensively. If Kat Osterman can get Piper here and get out of this jam, all the momentum will be with Team Ocasio or Team Osterman. 1-1.
That's how this game works, right? You want to create as much momentum for your team as you can, have great at-bats, just to be able to pass that on.
Piper was a captain earlier this year. Began the day 13th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Foul ball. Sarton Vaughn is playing so close to the line. She actually almost had a chance to make that play in foul territory.
Bianca Stelli heads up.
Osterman one pitch away from getting out of this inning. Three and two. One week from today, Kat Osterman will play her final game in her storied career. On the ground, that's fair! 2 runs will score. Piper digging for second, she'll make it. A 2-run double, Lily Piper. And it's a 5-0 lead for Team Ocasio.
This is such good hitting by Lily Piper. Drop ball on the inside part of the plate, able to drop, barrel, and turn on it. Not fooled by the spin. It's a great at-bat.
That's a tough break for Team Osterman. That was close to being a foul ball. It scored as a double, and Piper 2 runs batted in, now with 5 on the year. And they've got a big leg up to winning this third inning, and everyone getting 20 inning points. Janie Rita singled her first time up. Great job with 2 outs by Lily Piper. It looked like they were going to get nothing out of this rally. With second and third, nobody out. But Piper saves the day. Chase to pitch, and that'll retire the side. Couple of strikeouts for Kat Osterman, but the 2-out, 2-strike double by Lily Piper scores a pair. It's a 5-0 lead for Team Ocasio. These are really neat. Fans, we're back with our second limited edition softball card set. Sets feature 60 player cards plus 5 additional specialty cards that highlight the standout moments from the league. Sets are $19.99 and they're available to purchase now through September 30th at Topps.com. Nothing is our score. Bottom of the third inning. This is super important for Team Osterman. They're limping right now. Team Osterman as a club, they've won 1 inning so far through the first 2.5 games here in week 4. And this has got 20 inning points on the line. It's going to be 8-9-1 in the lineup batting against Alicia Ocasio, Riley Sarton-Vaughn, Kayla Whaddle, and Victoria Hayward. Sarton-Vaughn just 2 hits on the year. Ocasio not wasting any time. So far through the first 2 innings, Ocasio has allowed a base runner in each inning, a single by Flippin in the first, and the 1-out walk to Bubba Nichols in the second. Hey fans, not sure if you've heard, but if you join us in person at the ballpark, we still have 1 more weekend with Athletes Unlimited Softball. You can get an exclusive NFT. It's a free Athletes Unlimited digital collectible. All you have to do is be here in the ballpark, scan the QR code. We'll roll out a new limited edition NFT each weekend this season. You collect all 5 and unlock a special offer. Grab your tickets and start collecting. Love to see you here in Rosemont next weekend. Sarton-Vaughn refusing to go quietly.
Just battling. She's just been one of those ones that at times has had such good performances but has been on losing teams, and sometimes in this league it's out of your control and it can be frustrating because at the end of the day, one thing that you can't control is your personal performance, but you can't control where you're drafted unless you are a captain.
Sarton-Vaughn does have the distinction of being a Game 1 MVP. Earlier in the season, she was considered to be the most important player of the game. For that, you get 60 points. That's the best thing you could do here with Athletes Unlimited. It's the most points you can ever get is being MVP 1. And Ocasio finally strikes her out. Just to put that in perspective, Savannah Jaquish, who's been one of the best hitters here with Athletes Unlimited, she does not have an MVP 1 yet herself.
It's a great pitch by Ocasio, a pitch that obviously Riley Sarton-Vaughn didn't stand a chance. How far that was outside.
Here's Kayla Whaddle. First professional hit yesterday. Is this number 2? Nope, stays in the glove of Janie Reed, where doubles go to die, right in that glove of hers. That should have been extra bases, a double, maybe a triple, but Janie Reed runs it down in the gap.
It's a good piece of hitting by Whaddle. Able to turn on that inside pitch, and just a heck of a play by Janie Reed in center field. Clutch defense. I thought for sure that was going to be a double with the speed of Whaddle.
Janie Reed had the defensive play of the Olympics while playing for Team USA back in Tokyo in July and August. She made that wonderful catch, scaling the wall in left field. Today she's playing center field and proving she can play center field just fine, thank you.
It was between that one and the Japan third baseman. You remember when she got that liner?
But that was goofy. The liner that went off the third baseman's forearm and into the shortstop's glove.
And they were able to make the play.
But that was goofy. What Janie Reed did was just flat out unbelievable.
Tit for tat.
Okay. Line drive base hit, Victoria Hayward. 2-out base runner for Hayward. She's hit the ball hard twice. Got robbed by Amanda Lorenz in left field her first time up. This time gets a base hit. All right, so Hayward is on at first. She's tied for the lead in stolen bases this year with 5. This may not be a running situation. You don't want to run into an out when you need to score 2 runs to tie the inning. Cross your fingers and hope that Flippin can run into one. You know that Gwen Svekis can throw. She's already thrown out a runner. She threw out Flippin to end the first inning. 20 points are on the line. Two balls and 2 strikes to Flippin. Flippin has not struck out this season. There goes Hayward, and the ball's fouled back to the screen.
Alicia Ocasio just climbing the ladder. And as the weeks go on, as a pitcher, you need to bring something different to the table. You know these hitters know you inside and out. They know your tendencies and patterns. See Odyssey Alexander warming up. So I think
Hayward able to get back to first.
being able to change up your game plan if you're a change-up pitcher, maybe holding a change-up the first time through the lineup. If you tend to stay more down in the zone, maybe first time through you elevate the ball, throw it up.
Smoked, but foul. Ocasio's been impressive first time through the lineup. This is now the second time through. On the ground, Stewart throws out Flippin, and the side is retired. 20 inning points goes to everyone on Team Ocasio. Great play by Janie Reed defensively out in center field to rob Kayla Whaddle of extra bases.
You too, but not too much. Oh, yeah. Just kidding, it's a little bug. Don't worry about it, you guys. Amanda! Are you okay? Good job, baby! Oh. Woo! She almost got around me.
Sis Bates wearing a microphone, fun listening into her. So much energy. That's the key to her game, and she just plays with this inner fire. You can see it when she's in the batter's box, running the bases, playing defensively at shortstop. She's been a great addition to this year's Athletes Unlimited softball field.
Well, and a lot of athletes were looking forward to playing with her.
Infield base hit for Sis Bates. 11th hit of the year for the rookie out of Washington.
I think this kind of scared Kat a little bit. It looked like it was coming at her a lot hotter than it was. Just based the spin off that bat. Obviously, Sis Bates a ton of speed up the line.
So 10 points for Sis Bates. Began the day 14th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Here's Amanda Lorenz. One of the few people in the world that's actually probably looking forward to this matchup. Lorenz hit 2 home runs in a game earlier this year off of Kat Osterman. Lorenz popped out to first to begin the game. Struck out looking in the second against Taylor Mcquillen. Look at that funky spin. But Johnny on the spot is Kelsey Harshman. She read that beautifully and tagged Bates on the way by. That ball was moving everywhere.
Almost like she hit it off the end of the bat and just absolute cue shot.
Oh.
That's hard as a pitcher. Great job by Kelsey Harshman to stay on it and know to just lay down that tag.
So 4 unassisted, and Lorenz switches spots with Bates on at first. Kelsey Stewart. Double back in the first inning, and fly to left.
This was Kat last Monday night. Probably the best, I think, that we've seen her throw. 10 strikeouts, only gave up 2 hits. It was a complete game.
Shows you how the bar for her is so high. She got MVP too. That would have been the best game pitched by anyone in the history of this league, not named Kat Osterman. But she didn't win MVP 1, which gets you 60 points. She got MVP 2, which gives her 40. Ball and 2 strikes to Stewart. Little number. Everything's going right through the circle right now. Kat fields this one, and the underhand flip retires Stewart. 2 down. Lorenz moves to second. It's 3 straight balls that have either hit Kat or gone right past Kat.
That just goes to show how much her ball is moving, how challenging it is stepping in the box trying to hit movement like that.
So much about softball and fielding in the infield is about understanding the spin. Have you ever been around a team in travel ball in college, internationally with Team Canada? Is there a drill where you can practice fielding spin?
I'm trying to think. I mean, we've done some stuff with like tennis rackets and things like that, but I feel like the only way to replicate any type of spin like that is to play ping pong and make those balls spin like that when you do the funny serves. But to reenact it from home plate, I mean, you'll have coaches that'll stand and try to do infield, outfield, and replicate it as much as they can, but it's not the same.
2 balls and a strike to Bianca Stelli. Three balls and 2 strikes to Bianca Stelli. She's been aboard twice without the benefit of a base hit. Picked up 8 points in the first inning when she was hit with a pitch. Picked up 8 points in the third inning when she walked. Both times she came around to score a run. Oh my goodness. All 4 balls hit this inning go directly up the middle, either go to Kat or hit off of Kat. How about that? Must be a full moon or something like that. Good golly, Miss Molly. Today's game presented by Geico for bundling made easy. go to geico.com. And we still have one more full week of Athletes Unlimited Softball, Week 5, where everything matters. And we'd love to see you here at the ballpark for game day. Tickets are still available at auprosports.com/tickets. Played a full season last year with no fans, just trying to make it through. We were the first sport with Athletes Unlimited, and it was a rousing success, followed by volleyball and then lacrosse. Now year 2, and we have fans and smiling faces, and after the game it's so special to see these players interact with the fans, and it's kind of what it's all about. Kelsey Harshman leads things off. Harshman, Mulipola, and Nichols batting against Alicia Ocasio.
The one thing I can say about Team Osterman this weekend is just they have not been able to find a groove hitting at all. Like, collectively getting something going, putting up a lot of runs, and at this point in the game in week 4, the only way that you're gonna see yourself have some success and really scoot up that leaderboard is obviously winning innings and winning games, but it starts offensively, finding a way to just have good at bats.
Sometimes flipping your lineup card around makes a difference, but this is the exact same lineup for all 3 games here this weekend for Team Osterman. I've frequently seen softball coaches watch batting practice. Like, oh, no, you're not batting 3rd today, you're hitting 8th. Next person comes, oh, no, you're not batting 4th anymore, you're leading off. Frequently that lineup changes 5 minutes before the game starts. Called strike 3. Harshman strikes out against Ocasio. Hey, we've got National Pro Fast Pitch royalty here. That is Alyssa Goller, longtime Chicago Bandit. Before that, she was an All-American at Georgia. It's actually teammates with Megan Wiggins when they were really good things in the SEC. Now the head coach at Western Illinois. Do you have any idea what their nickname is?
No, but tell me. I know you know.
The Leathernecks.
Nice. Learned something. 2 things today that I've learned.
Write it down. On the ground, softly to short. Sis Bates makes the play. Mulipola is retired. Yeah, the Chicago Bandits, longtime member of National Pro Fast Pitch. So many great names over the years. Tammy Williams, Stacey May, Lauren Bay. Mentioned Jenny Finch earlier today. Amber Patton. Real stable force in National Pro Fast Pitch for so many years, and they played their home games here. Courtney Gano, a couple of years ago, played for the Chicago Bandits. Abby Ramirez. Here's Bubba Nichols. I could keep going on with the names. I didn't mention Vicky Galindo. I love Vicky Galindo. One of the most distinctive players I ever saw with that left-handed swing of hers. She'd take these big crow hops and she would run to the plate, basically attacking the pitcher. Looked like she was going to play small ball, but she would mash. Great inning by Ocasio. Strikes out Nichols. It's a 1-2-3-4 for AO. AO doing A-OK on a Monday night here in Chicago.
Let's talk about just dropping it off the table. Are you kidding me? Alicia Ocasio just cruising through 4.
One of the great rookies in this year's Athletes Unlimited field, Odyssey Alexander, getting loose in the bullpen. She may come in earlier. Odyssey shared a very special story with all of us.
My sister Jasmine, I mean, she's inspired me to, be me. Be yourself, be the best version of yourself.
Oh my goodness! Odyssey Alexander!
She was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 5. I think, everything happens for a reason. And I know she's in a better place now, and I know she's watching out for me. I feel like I talk to her every day. She was such a sweet little girl, and I think, that's in me. I'm a very giving, caring, person, and I think she definitely led me to be that, just who she was. So yeah, she's inspired me to just be the best me.
Jasmina, we think your older sister is amazing. And we thank her for sharing that. That's powerful stuff.
Very. You have to be so vulnerable to share your story. And this platform with Athletes Unlimited, they just continue to keep getting the best out of their athletes. And so emotional and so raw and just powerful.
I think there's a good chance we're going to see Odyssey in the circle today. As great as Alicia Ocasio has been, I think she may have learned from recent experiences. She's been plowing through the lineups for the first 4 or 5 innings, but then kind of runs into a wall late in the game. People start to figure her out, and things unravel. If you got an option like Odyssey Alexander, there's also something cosmic about it. Alicia Ocasio, initials AO. Odyssey Alexander's initials OA. Just seems to fit.
Well, and Odyssey threw yesterday and was just like lights out. She threw so well. So I think being able to go off of each other, they're uniquely different pitchers. They both throw the ball pretty hard, but they have their own strengths and they can work well with each other.
Ball and 2 strikes. Gwen Svekis batting. Svekis was the first batter that Kat Osterman faced in the 3rd inning. Kat came on in relief of Taylor Mcquillen, and Svekis greeted her with a double. Into the gap in right center. Softly hit, flippin'. She's got an absolute hose. Love it when she whips it across the diamond. 1 down. It's now 4 in a row, retired by Kat Osterman. Here's Amanda Sanchez on her birthday. 25 years of age, she's already hit a 3-run home run in celebration. That home run she hit in the 1st inning, giving her 2 on the year. That's the same amount of homers she had last season. And she wears number 22. Are we talking cosmic or what? Everything I'm saying, it just makes sense right now. I bet we get to a 2-ball, 2-strike count here. All right, there's your 2 strikes. Kat Osterman's team can't score right now, so they need to keep throwing zeros on the board. Ball 1, 1 and 2. No swing, and what's the count now, Danielle?
She's worked it 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes to number 22, who's got 2 homers on the year after hitting 2 homers last year. Three and 2.
Talk about working a count. Especially off of Kat with just her movement and the ability to lay off pitches. It's a good at-bat by Sanchez.
And we'll do it again. So Kat came on in the 3rd inning. She has struck out 2. She gave up a 2-run double to Lily Piper. Only one of those runs were earned against her. The other one was credited to Mcquillen. Ball tipped right into the catcher's glove. 2 down. Strikeout number 3 for Kat Osterman.
Talk about just dropping off the table. So much bite just down in the zone. Love this angle. Tough pitch. When she's able to locate that drop in with that type of movement. Ooh, boy.
Captain versus captain. Ocasio batting against Osterman. With the numbers that Alicia Ocasio has compiled today, she's currently, right now as we speak, in the number 1 spot on the leaderboard. Amanda Chittister is going to have 7 innings to try and come back in our 2nd game. There's the leaderboard. Ocasio already with 78 points today. That's tops for anyone in the game. Ocasio has far and away the most stat points of anyone with Athletes Unlimited this year. Amanda Chittister, the key to her success has actually been winning innings and getting MVP votes. Swung on and missed. A 1-2-3 inning for Kat Osterman. She strikes out a pair. We've made it through 4.5, the bottom of the 5th, when we come back to Rosemont.
Literally, everyone was like, "Is your wrist okay?" I contorted my body like right away because I felt it like right at the tip. They're on. Are you okay? Good job, baby. Yes, Amanda. Yes, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Amanda, can you hear us?
Yep, can hear you guys.
Great,
Hi.
great. Hey, I'm actually going to ask you to be a reporter at some point. I'm convinced that Kelsey Stewart missed first base on her double. So
I can neither confirm or deny that.
Well, I'm going to ask you to ask her between innings.
No, I'm not answering that.
It's already a double. She's got 20 points. You're the best. We're in a commercial right now. Great catch, by the way.
So good. Stewart, that's strike three. Do you think you missed first base on your double? That's strike three, for sure. That's such a good pitch. Do you think you missed first base on your double? So what? Keep going. Okay. I noticed it, and then Eric Collins said he's going to ask me. Do I deny? Hurry up. Runner!
Bottom of the 5th inning, we've got inning points on the line, 20 points of them. We had a rollover 4th inning, so now 20 points should Team Osterman score a run.
It was pretty good.
All right, we're going to talk to Amanda Lorenz this half inning.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Amanda, great catch earlier in the game. That was tremendous, that diving catch you had.
Thank you.
I'm convinced that left field's actually harder than center field. What do you think?
I would agree with that. I think that
so good.
Center field, you can see where all the pitches are going a lot easier. But, you know, not as fast anymore.
I beg to differ. I feel like you're still one of the best to do it, so give yourself more credit than that.
Thanks, DL.
Is it hard out there at times just with this wind because it's so inconsistent?
Yeah, the wind and the lights. I feel like the lights are a little right in my eye level for some bloops. So sometimes at night it gets a little hard to see the dinkers.
All right, Amanda, I know you have your master's degree in sports management, but we're going to pretend you've got your degree in journalism. I've got a question for you. Your teammate at Florida, Kelsey Stewart, love her to death. She had a double her first time up. I would swear on a stack of Bibles she missed first base. Any chance you can figure this out for me? Do a little investigating?
So at Florida, Coach Walton pays attention to everything and kind of ingrains that in everyone's head. And we are literally told no, you're good. On hits and things, we are literally told to look at people and make sure that they touch first base, second base, third base, and home. And so I literally was watching and I was like, she did not touch it. and then I just asked her and she totally owned it. She was like, hey, it's already a double.
Ah, wonderful, I feel vindicated. It took like an hour and a half, but I could have sworn she missed first base. Great, yeah, she's still gonna get her 20 points, but at least we've got the truth out there. What's it like? This is like Gainesville North so far this summer.
Yes.
6 Florida Gators are among the 60 players here. Do you guys hang out off the field, or is it just kind of a, you're over it?
I mean, we definitely hang out all on and off the field. I think we have a certain level of comfort with one another. And it's really fun just to unite on this side. Nice. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's really nice to play with them on the professional level too, because we've all changed so much. We still know each other so well, but we're all different people too, so that's really fun to get to know them when we were in college and then at the professional level too.
Amanda, I was going to ask, Ocasio, her last 2 performances coming into yesterday, she's just been nails going into probably the 5th or 6th inning. That 3rd time through the lineup, some stuff starts to happen a little bit. Did she say anything to you guys after any of the games? Because I know at times being a captain can be hard, especially when you're a pitcher and you have to wear the wins and losses at times.
Yeah, you know, she kind of took a lot of the ownership, and I know that I don't put that blame on her at all. I will live and die with her on the mound.
For sure.
You know, I always want to lose with your best. You know what I mean? And so, room.
Oh my goodness! Jasmine Jackson, the catch of the ball game. She robs Sarton Vaughn of extra bases.
Yo, this is so good. I thought for a second this could be an opposite field bomb. Jasmine Jackson tracks it so good. Wow. This view is looking from Amanda Lorenz's side. It's a great catch.
Good job. So good. So good.
Wow.
We knew the outs. Oh, that was fun.
One more weekend, Amanda. Anything going into this next week of work when this game is done that, you know, you're going to try to just take into the last week before it's all said and done?
Just going to soak it all in. Been having a lot of fun. I think that especially the last couple weeks have been a little bit better at having a short-term memory and moving on to the next. So just want to enjoy my new teammates and soak up every minute of getting to know all these awesome people.
Have you had any family come into town?
My parents are here. Yeah, so it's been really awesome. This is their first time here. And got to go into the city today and hang out and spend some time with them, which is awesome. So nice having them in the stands for sure.
That's amazing. Think maybe I can meet your pops?
Yes.
I'd love to.
Oh my God, he would love that.
I would love that. Anyone that made Amanda Lorenz, I want to know.
I know that he'll take most of the credit, but Miss Susie Lorenz had a lot to do with it too.
Well, Amanda, we're going to say goodbye because we've got 2 outs and 2 strikes here, and we never know when this inning could end. But thank you for your time.
I call this pitch.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah, Lily! Oh, what did I tell ya? What did I tell ya?
Oh, it's great stuff. Great stuff with Amanda Lorenz. That'll do it for our 5th inning. Neither side scores. We've got a whole bunch of rollover innings when we come back for the 6th. It is now the top of the 6th inning. The score is still 5-0 because of our Geico defensive play of the game. It was tremendous. Jasmine Jackson, an inning ago, was superb as she was dealing with the ball.
Well, first and foremost, I got to go with Amanda Lorenz on this one. Just this layout, wow, all-out effort. And then Jasmine Jackson in right. This is one of the best catches. Wow. Timed it up perfectly. I love it. That stuff gets me so fired up. Outfielders just coming in clutch.
We actually could have shown a play by Janie Reed in center field. All 3 outfielders for Team Ocasio have made wonderful plays, and that's not an accident. Every week when Alicia Ocasio is a captain, we ask her about her team and what's important to her, and she says defense. Into center field, this will get down. Lily Piper has herself a base hit. A perfect day continues for Piper. She's bucking for some MVP points. She's walked, she's doubled in a couple of runs, and now a leadoff single here in the 6th inning.
Well, and also understanding the importance of these rollover innings. We have 30 points on the line in the 6th inning. It's a lot of points, and that's points that Team Osterman is just dying to win. They've been struggling, have only won 10 inning points over the course of the last couple games.
All right, Lily Piper reaches safely with the single, and she's going to be lifted. We're getting late in the game, and that base runner is super important. And you've got a speedy Britt Vonk available. So Vonk is going to come out of that first base dugout, and she'll run for Piper. Danielle, how good is your Dutch?
Not great.
What do you think Vonk means in Dutch?
Well, I already know because you told me. A little spark plug?
It means spark. Can she be a spark? And maybe not. Her time in the game lasts for just one pitch. Janie Reed bounces out to the first baseman, Gano, who throws Vonk out at second. So 1 out, and now Reed replacing Vonk at first. Reed could be running. Sis Bates the batter. A couple of cool distinctions for Sis Bates as a college player. Washington's all-time leader in hits. Also, National Defender of the Year. Best defensive player in the country. Kat Osterman fields her position flawlessly and throws out Bates at first. There are now 2 outs. Reed is now at second. All right, will Kat Osterman pitch to Amanda Lorenz? Lorenz hit 2 homers off of Kat earlier this season. There is a base open at first. After Lorenz is Kelsey Stewart, who's been swinging a hot bat.
Yeah, there's definitely a situation here. You don't want to get burned by one of the best players on the team right now with that runner on second base and inning points on the line.
Lorenz 0 for 3. Bounced out to the second baseman against Kat in the 4th inning. Moves up in the box as the pitch was coming in and swings and misses. We see that from Amanda from time to time. She gets happy feet. Lorenz from Moore Park, California. Three and one.
Just walk her, bro. Just walk her to get to me. I see what you're doing.
Kat came on with a runner on at first base in the 3rd inning and nobody out. She replaced Taylor Mcquillen. And a 5-pitch walk to Lorenz. First time that Lorenz has been aboard today. Runners on at first and at second.
And I really think Kat was going to try to get a strike here. I like that pitch. I think that's a pitch that should be a called strike. I guess if anything, maybe a little low.
First walk allowed by Kat. Ball 1 to Stewart. Began the day 8th on the leaderboard. Doubled and scored in the 1st inning. And now a great hitter's count.
Wait for yours, wait for yours.
One thing I'll always say is just Hannah Flippin is always in the mix. She's over there talking with Mulipola and Kat Osterman, and she is just someone that goes out and just gives her opinion on things, whether it's about the umpire's zone or pumping her pitcher with confidence. It's so important to be able to connect with someone other than your catcher as a pitcher, to be able to lock eyes, whether it's your shortstop, your first baseman, and just know that, hey, I got your back, you got mine, let's go, because that mentality of 2 against 1 is so important. You can feel very lonely in that circle sometimes when you're struggling and things aren't going your way. So communication and eye contact is so important.
2 balls and a strike. A reminder, the wind a factor tonight. 3 and 1.
Yes, Dewey, it's gotta be yours, gotta be yours.
On the ground, Harshman to Flippin, side retired. So Kat Osterman gives up a leadoff single to Lily Piper, but no damage done. Inning points on the line when we come back for Team Osterman. Welcome back, everyone. Kat Osterman talking to her teammates between innings. And that's what captains do, making sure that everyone understands that this is still doable. This is an important inning with inning points on the line. All right, we're going to be joined now by Taylor Edwards. She's a member of Team Osterman, and she's hanging out with us this half inning. Hey, Taylor, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on here.
Yes. What did Kat say when she just came in there to the group? She looked fired up.
There's not a lot of game left, but there's still points up there that we can grab for us. So we got to do whatever it takes to get the points.
All right, we want a scouting report. We're going to have a new pitcher coming on. You being a catcher and you being around this game for as long as you have, you know everyone. Alicia Ocasio's out of the game, and Odyssey Alexander's coming in. What are some of the things that she offers?
Odyssey Alexander, she definitely throws a little bit of heat. She's going to attack the zone. She's got a little bit of changeup, but you just got to be on time with her, especially coming off of a down ball from Lily. You just got to be on time with Alexander.
I know I thank you a lot for last year, but I haven't done it on TV. You were the main reason as to me getting back into pitching shape. Last year would catch for me every Monday. So just so national TV knows, Taylor Edwards was the one that was helping me get me through. So thank you for that.
Oh, DL, love you so much. Wow, it's all you, baby.
One more week left here, Taylor.
Too early.
And then it's all done. Anything going into your last week you're going to try to just squeeze out of this experience?
Just having a positive mindset and just being able to, don't let the points get to you. Just, continue to build off of what you did the week before and just see ball, hit ball if you're in the box. Build up some good chemistry for the last week and send the season off good.
Little cue shot off the bat of Hannah flipping, and Alexander makes a nice play. Well, Taylor, I want to ask you, because I've been watching you play for over a decade now, and everywhere you've gone, you've been a part of winning teams, and you've caught elite pitchers. Just in this Athletes Unlimited, you've caught Kat Osterman, you've caught Alicia Ocasio. Just mentioned you caught Danielle Laurie last year when she was getting ready. Give the people at home a sense of some of the other pitchers. You caught Monica Abbott for many years.
Yes, I caught Monty in 15, 16, 17, 18. I've caught her for a long, long time. One of my best friends. I've caught Kehlani Ricketts, also played against her since I was a little kid in travel ball. Ali Carter, Rachel Garcia, Gina Schneider, Alyssa Denham, a lot of the newbies here this year. I built a pretty good rapport with Randy Rupp as well. She helped us train on the USA team. It's been quite an adventure, just experiencing new pitchers, seeing what they have and just picking their brain as well and just making me better, making them better, and just building off of that pitcher-catcher battery.
Anything you think, Taylor, that you learned from last year that you amped up your training? I know you were with USA doing a lot of things, but you wanted to take differently into season 2 with Athletes Unlimited?
Yeah, definitely. With the batters specifically, just being able to have those honest conversations with the pitchers, because they need that feedback real fast, especially changing pitchers every week, just getting on the same page and getting them comfortable. That's the number one thing. The team's not going to succeed if we don't have, a strong arm in the circle, but more so a strong mentality. So getting them confident, one in themselves, and just getting them the basics, making sure they have really good lanes in and out, really good levels, whatever they are, and just still selling the heck out of their off speed if they have one. If they don't, just really trusting their spin, lanes and levels, and just getting them confident mentally.
So on another note, are pitchers really open to constantly having that open door mentality with the different catchers? Because in order for a pitcher to be successful, it's all that catcher, it's what's being called, it's ownership. So if the pitchers come into this year with that sense of this is what I throw, this is my money pitch, this is what I want?
Yeah, and making sure you're on the same page with their strengths and also understanding, some of their, not necessarily weaknesses, but things that they can use to build upon their strengths. So say they're not the best at off speed, you still have to be able to throw it, sell the heck out of it, and go back to your strength and just mess with the hitter's timing and be able to, effective velocity with them and just being on the same page, getting them comfortable again.
And lastly, because it's an 0-2 count,
yes,
I'm thinking, do the catchers communicate what they see to each other with the pitchers as well?
Yeah, definitely. If we're on the same team. I know the first week that we're here, we're able to get bullpens together and be able to just compete and just get together. Just seeing what each other has, getting on that same page, and just honest communication from the get-go, yeah.
Love it, Taylor. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys very much.
Taylor Edwards. We've made it to the 7th inning. It is a 5-0 lead for Team Ocasio. All of our runs being scored early by Team Ocasio. They put up 3 runs in the first inning. A home run by Amanda Sanchez, a 3-run shot on her 25th birthday. They would score 2 more times in the 3rd inning. Big blow in that one was a Lily Piper 2-run double. 5-0 ball game. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, aspiration is planting 100 trees. Over 36,000 trees were planted in 2020, and heading into this week, 15,800 trees have been planted thanks to Aspiration's support of rounding the bases. So it's a 5-0 lead for Team Ocasio, and Alicia Ocasio has a chance to really clean up. She was the starting pitcher. She threw 5 shutout frames, 5 innings times 3 outs, that's 15, and you get 4 outs, or 4 points for every out, that's 60 points. Plus inning wins, and if they win the ball game, maybe an MVP vote or 2. She's got a chance to really put a point total up. She came into the day 2nd on the leaderboard to only Amanda Chittister. She has since flown by Chittister. Chitty still has a game later tonight to play, so we still have a lot going around, but Alicia Ocasio is going to have a puncher's chance to be the #1 captain for tomorrow's draft. Bianca Stelli out in front. Right size, wrong shape. We've seen a lot of that out of her this year. She had 9 homers last season. She's only got 2 this year, but not for a lack of trying. She's hit a lot of loud foul balls. Softly, right side, Harshman. And when you pitch professionally for the better part of a decade and a half, you know when a foul ball is a foul ball. You don't sweat the small stuff. This is a 40-point inning. Gwen Svekis, one of Kat's best friends in the game. Svekis is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored.
I think for Team Osterman right now to try to get a short inning, get back into the dugout, and just honestly, even to score a run would get them 40 points. If Team Ocasio can't score here in the 7th, I know you want to go for the win, try to score 6 runs, but Odyssey Alexander is quite the closer coming in. So I think at this point, it's like what Kat reinforced the last time she went in, like, let's go win an inning. 40 points is still 40 points. They've only won 1 inning so far this weekend, and that's just not going to cut it if you want to be a captain.
Right back to Kat. 2 down. Athletes Unlimited Softball on Fox Sports is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Kat Osterman has 4 assists on comebackers. There actually has not been a fly ball out under Kat's watch. Everything's been a ground ball out or a strikeout. So Kat's not getting a lot of inning points. That could change if her team scores in the bottom of the 7th inning, but at least she's getting some stat points. Kat has been a captain 8 consecutive weeks dating back to last season. Jesse Harper grabs a bat. Harper's batting for Amanda Sanchez. Tough night for Sanchez. Hits a 3-run home run on her birthday in the 1st inning. Now lifted for a pinch hitter here in the 7th inning. What have you done for me lately? Harper takes the first 2 pitches She's down to the count 0-2.
And then there's a little off-speed curve. Coming in at 52 miles an hour, jumps to a quick 0-2.
On a windy night, Kat's done a good job of keeping the ball down. That's been the key all season long. Ground ball pitchers have thrived. Another strikeout for Kat Osterman. She punches out 5 coming out of the bullpen. But now she needs her team to get a run. We've got 40 inning points on the line. That would do a lot to salvage the night for Team Osterman. Can they do it? We'll find out when we return.
Yes! Lily, that's so good. Yeah, baby. That's strike 3. That's strike 3 for sure. Go get it. Run it, pipe.
Love watching Sis Bates play. That's into the game. Listening to her. Seems like shortstops as a rule are almost always chatterboxes.
Have to be. You have to have someone up the middle that is just that vocal leader, constantly pumping you with words of affirmation. Sometimes you want someone out there that's going to make you laugh. I will say, to me, being able to have someone out there that can come and put a smile on your face, because most pitchers are stoic as ever. Kat is for sure. You will see Odyssey Alexander rock a smile with that swagger every now and again.
Odyssey has it, glance off her glove, plenty of time, throws to first, and Bubba Nichols is out number 1. Second inning of work for Odyssey Alexander. She came in to spell Alicia Ocasio, who was magnificent. Ocasio, a shutout through 5 innings, and now Alicia Alexander is 2 outs away from completing this shutout. Taylor Edwards, she can turn it around, particularly in this wind. Remember, if Team Osterman scores a run, that's all they need is 1 run. Everyone on their roster will get 40 inning points. Almost as good as winning the game. When you're down 5-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning, you're not thinking about winning the game. You're thinking about winning an inning. And since there hasn't been any runs scored since the 3rd inning, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and now the 7th have now all rolled into one, and we've got 40 points on the line. Oh, and 2 to Edwards.
No big deal, just a couple back-to-back heaters. Up in the zone at 68 miles an hour at the eyes. There's something so different about a closer role mentality than having to go and start a game and give 5 innings of work. You can just go out knowing, all right, I have 6 outs to record. I can literally just give it everything I have. You have to be more strategic when you start a game. You have to mix it a little differently. But when you're going in for 6 outs, Odyssey Alexander just can pump the ched, bring it in hot, can mix speeds if she wants, but it's just a different approach.
On the ground, Bates stays low. 2 down. Now that rare combined shutout, we've got it as a possibility. We're 1 out away. Courtney Gano stands in between Alicia Ocasio and Odyssey Alexander, combining for a complete game shutout. 2-headed shutout here on a windy Monday evening with the wind blowing out. Gano so far today, 0 for 2. Popped up, playable. Bates, it's over. Ball game. Team Ocasio wins the whole ball of wax. They win all 7 innings. They win the ball game. That means 120 points for every player on their roster.
I love it. Alicia Ocasio to me has just been such a tremendous captain in the sense where not only can she give herself the nod and is that two-way player, but drafting teams that can put up some runs. And that was really the difference for Kat's team this week. To me, it was just if you can't pitch and keep this scoreless, clearly their offense wasn't really clicking the way that you see a lot of these teams and struggled. But Ocasio, wow, she's just been lights out, and I'm thinking there's going to be a good chance she's going to be a captain, and I'm excited to see her going into week 5 in complete control of her own destiny. And you want to be in that driver's seat. You want to be in the top 4.
Well, Amanda Sanchez on her 25th birthday, giving us our offensive moment of the game, brought to you by Bat Club USA. It happened in our very first inning.
Gotta love it, right? It's a big-time hit, just dead center. Little birthday toot-toot coming into home, Joker style.
Great job by Team Ocasio. They lost on Saturday, a heartbreaker. They lost the game in extra innings to Team Chittister. But Danielle, they come back on Sunday to beat Team Jaquish 14-1, and they shut out Team Osterman 5-0 on Monday. So they outscore their opponents 19-1 in the last 14 innings played over the course of week 4.
And that's how you do it. If you have someone that's lights out in the circle, it just really sets the tone right out of the gate. And the fact that you know, for the most part, Alicia Ocasio is going to start 2 out of the 3 games, you know what you're going to get when she gets out there in the circle.
Well, Monday's not over yet, folks, and you know I love my Mondays. We still have another game coming up. It's going to be Team Jaquish, Team Chittister. That game will be at 10 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS Sports Network. So one more game before we close out week number 4 and get you ready for the final week of the Athletes Unlimited softball season next week here in Rosemont, Illinois. Now, we still have MVPs to be handed out. You can see that the players are thinking about them. They're touching their iPads and making their vote. I think Alicia Ocasio, 5 shutout innings, going to be a factor. Odyssey Alexander may get some votes. Amanda Sanchez, 3-run homer, possibility for her. Lily Piper got on base 3 times, had a couple of runs batted in. We shall see. We'll tell you later tonight when we have the finals. All right, sure hope you enjoyed it. Game 2 of our doubleheader starts at 10 Eastern over on CBS Sports Network. But for now, for Danielle Laurie and our entire production crew, I'm Eric Collins. We will see you later tonight.